What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with the Toppo Banner like I promised. Now, I saw a lot of heat for my opinion on this banner, and I do kind of stand by my opinion. So let's look at the banner, let's look at Toppo real quick, and then we'll kind of talk about strategy on this, okay? Obviously, we have Toppo, we have old boy here. I thought that was Casserole. It's apparently someone else. I don't remember his name. We have the androids. Now, I do not have the androids, but I'll be honest with you. I have like 3,000 red coins, so I'm just buying them. Like, it's a thing. I'm going to buy those units. So, got them. Kale, who I don't think I'd honestly ever use, but if I needed her, I could just buy coins as well. Teq Trunks, definitely have him. And then we get into the Gammas, who have been Skittles for quite a bit of time. And that's kind of that. So I'm not altogether blown away by this banner. For me, the androids are great, but they're kind of I haven't needed them. You know, like to this point, since I haven't had them, I haven't needed them. Everybody else I have, and I either use pretty sparingly, with the exception of the Gammas. The Gammas are fantastic. And obviously they work on the Gammas banners. So my value in this banner is personally pretty low. But let's talk about Toppo. Let's talk about what he does here and kind of get a fair assessment on this, okay? So first things first, he leads the special pose or tournament participants, which for whatever reason is tournament of power, but doesn't include the gods, whatever. Plus an additional HP and 30%, or all stats 30%, for Defenders of Justice, Space Traveling Warriors, and Final Trump card. So, some good stuff there. And let's look at his passive, okay? Obviously, he's got an entrance exam, and this whole thing is like a paragraph, right? Reduce the damage received by 11% for the rest of the battle, and guards all attacks for 3 turns. Characters, or 3 turns from his entry, blah, blah, blah. Only when there are 2 or more special pose or Defenders of Justice category allies on the team upon the character's entry. So basically, if they're not on your team, they don't have to be on rotation, but if they're not on your team, which you couldn't add them afterwards? I mean, I guess it's saying, like, if they had a... If they had, like... Because they'd have the category anyway, so it's kind of a silly way to word it, but whatever, doesn't really matter. I'm trying to think of a reason they would word it that way. There's not really. It's just long-winded for no reason, like me. Attack and defense 200% plus an additional attack and defense 150 when performing a super attack. Reduces damage speed by 20%, which is nice. Changes in spheres to rainbow spheres, which is really nice as well. HP 50% or more. Special pose or defense of justice category allies keep +1, and attack and defense 30%. So he is support. Plus additional defense 50 within the same turn after receiving an attack, which is actually really nice, plus additional defense, 200%, and guards all attacks as the first attacker in turn, so he's a slot 1 unit, plus an additional attack, 100%, oops, let's get back in here, when performing an SA as the second or third attacker. So he basically becomes a defender as slot 1, and he becomes a hardy attacker as slot 2. On the face of it, a good unit, but here's my problem with him. Here's his teams, okay? Special pose. It's a pretty specific team. Tournament participants. There's a lot of good units on that team. I don't necessarily have to have them for that team. Defenders of Justice, again, a really specialized team. Space Traveling Warriors, okay, fair enough. He actually would work pretty well there. But there's enough Space Traveling Warriors that have like big bad bosses. Is he doing more damage than good on that team? Kind of becomes my initial thought. Final Trump card is stocked with really amazing units, and units that maybe not defend slot 1, but have enough defense. Then I start looking at his link skills once again. And Supreme Warrior, Tough as Nails, Shocking Speed would be a good one. Tournament of Power and Fierce Battle would be about the only other ones that would link up. So really, like, you're talking like 2, maybe 3 links for that team. I don't know. USS, of course. Universe 11, which another really specialized team. Super bosses, which is an interesting choice here. Once again, there's a lot of villain units on that team that have big bad bosses. I don't know. I just don't see myself ever using him there. Realm of Gods, I definitely could see myself using him on. Transformation Boost kind of sits in that same realm as Super Bosses. I don't think I'll really use him. And Mastered Evolution, I think, honestly, he doesn't work as well there. Because once again, that's like, your Gokus, Vegetas, and other Saiyan units that have really good transformations. So for me, in my interest level, at least at this juncture, I really only see myself going in with these first round of tickets. Now, I might change my mind. But let me kind of explain. We got Beerus. No Whis, but we do have Beerus. We could get lucky here. And that would be fantastic. If I got him, I would be very happy. But, I'm not hedging any bets on it, totally honestly. To me, this is kind of this is one of those situations of I'll buy him when he comes back with coins. Like, if he drops, great. If he doesn't, oh well, I'm not losing sleep. Yeah, and it doesn't look like that is the case. So here's the deal, guys. And here's the whole reason I'm making this judgment. And I'm sure there's a number of other people in my situation. I still haven't pulled this guy. I still don't have him. So, I really need him for a lot of the teams that he's on. So with my 150 stones, while even though Toppo is discounted, it's only like a 25 Dragonstone discount. It's only a 25 Dragonstone difference between doing 3 multis here and doing 3 multis there. I think my stones are better used on this banner. Now, I might change my mind. I might come back and do it later. I don't know. But at this juncture, if I'm doing 3 summons, I'm doing them on the UI banner. And if you don't have UI, I honestly think, just because obviously you have so many Saiyan units on your team, I just think this is a better use of your resources. Personally, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that, but that's me. Now, it's also been very well proven this banner does not like me. So it probably would be wiser to go ahead and move on to greener pastures. But since they're probably still doing the Dragonstone count for the Worldwide Celebration, I would imagine we're still getting tickets for that. I don't see a reason. I don't see a situation in which we wouldn't be. I might as well spend my stuff now. Nothing really crazy here so far. This banner has absolutely... So as much as I've been dogging on the Toppo banner, this banner has absolutely just hated me. Completely hated me. Here's my last one. I'm probably still going to farm up some stones and do one more before it goes away. I don't know how I feel about that one. Beerus no Whis. And who knows, if I pull him and I've got a few Dragonstones left, I'll probably do... Okay. I often say, I'm like, a lot of people dog on the SSG animation. For me, it's 3 times the opportunity to get something good. Also, you get stuff like that. And that. But they're going to hold one more for the end at least. So let's see what happens here. 0 parts of me are mad about that pull. I like him. I think that unit is fantastic, and I could use dupes of him. So I am super happy about that pull. Still not... Oh, he could have been a fake out. Still not UI, so I don't know what to tell y'all, but... It is what it is. I'll be honest with you. I'm much happier with the Rosé pull than just about anything I would have pulled on the other banner, up to and including Toppo. So, that's a hot take, but it's my take. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below as always, and I'll be back with more Dokkan Battle coming real soon.